You're not ready for this. You think you are, but you're not. The mirror is your enemy, and you haven't faced the one staring back at you in far too long. You've been soft, coddled by excuses, surrounded by comfort, thinking you can slide by without being broken, without facing what needs to be faced. Well, this is where it ends. You've been living in a world built on lies. A world where everyone tells you it's okay to be weak, to wait for the right moment, to act like life is going to hand you what you deserve. But life doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't care about your dreams, it doesn't care about your excuses. It's a battlefield, and right now you're unarmed, standing in the open, begging for the world to show you mercy. Do you want to keep pretending? You've got a choice. Keep standing there letting your potential rot while the world keeps moving forward. Or rise. Because you're in a war, whether you like it or not. Every second you waste is another second that the dictators, those who don't care about your dreams, use to tighten their grip on everything you want. They don't care about you. They care about control. They care about you staying small. They care about you staying asleep. And as long as you're asleep, they win. But here's the thing. You can take everything back. You think you don't have the power. You think you're not strong enough, that you're too far behind. Well, they're counting on you staying weak. They're counting on you believing the lies they told you. They're counting on you thinking that this is all there is. They know that if you wake up, if you realize that you've been manipulated, controlled, held back by nothing but illusions, then their empire is over. Their reign of weakness and submission will collapse under the weight of your truth. Now, let's talk about the truth. The truth that you've been avoiding, suppressing, pretending doesn't exist. The truth that sits in the pit of your stomach every time you fall short. Every time you make another excuse. You know it's there. It's not some lofty idea. It's something you feel deep inside, and you can't escape it. It's hunting you. The truth is this. You've been lied to, manipulated, and conditioned to think you're not capable of greatness. They told you to take it easy. They told you that you'd get there when it's your turn, when it's your time. The system feeds you comfort, promises of one day, soon, just keep waiting. And you've been waiting. You've been waiting for the stars to align, for a perfect moment that never comes. You think you're safe in your comfort zone, but you're not. You're a target. The moment you close your eyes, someone, somewhere, is moving forward while you stay stuck. They're building, they're grinding, and they're taking what should be yours. You've been given a weapon, but you're not using it. You've been told lies, and you've let them poison your mind. It's time to face the reality. You are the only thing holding yourself back. No more excuses. This isn't a pep talk. This isn't some soft, you can do it, bullshit. This is war. You either fight or you die on your knees. The time for waiting is over. The time for hesitation is over. You think that by staying still, you're avoiding the pain. No. You're letting the pain come to you in the form of regret. You think comfort will protect you, but comfort breeds nothing but death. Comfort is the slow killer that steals your strength and leaves you nothing but an empty shell of potential. But here's the beauty. It's not too late. It's never too late. But it will be. It will be too late if you don't act now. If you stay passive, keep playing the victim, keep waiting for someone to save you, then you're already dead. The real war is the one inside you, the one where your excuses fight against your potential. The war between what you could become and who you are now. If you're not willing to fight for what's yours, if you're not ready to tear down your walls to face the ugly truths, then don't even bother getting up. Don't waste your energy pretending. But if you are ready to burn everything down, if you're ready to show the world that you're more than just a bystander, then this is where you rise. The dictators, the weak ones who prey on your hesitation, will bleed regret when the truth hits back. You are the truth. You are the weapon they fear the most. And you'll keep pushing, keep climbing, keep battling until every one of their lies crumbles in the face of your relentless assault. Are you ready to wake up? Are you ready to face the enemy inside and outside? Because the war starts now. The question is, are you ready to fight? Let's talk about the lies you've been swallowing, the ones that have shackled you in place, like chains wrapped around your legs, holding you down while the rest of the world moves at lightning speed. These lies are poison, slow poison, poison you've been drinking your entire life, and you're still drinking it, still believing it, still sitting in the lie, thinking everything will change without lifting a finger. You're told you don't have what it takes. You've been fed this line for so long it's practically burned into your brain. You're not good enough. You can't do it. You're not ready yet. They make you feel small, like you're stuck in the corner of your own life, powerless and insignificant. The lie they want you to believe is that you don't have the tools, the skills, the strength, the right to succeed. And you've swallowed it, over and over again. But here's the raw truth. That's a lie. A damn lie. A lie designed to keep you in line, to keep you quiet, to keep you from shaking things up. You think they want you to succeed? They want you to stay small, weak, and comfortable. Because when you're comfortable, you're controllable. When you're weak, you don't fight back. You don't challenge their control. You don't threaten their power. They've tricked you into thinking your circumstances define your potential. They've tricked you into thinking that because things aren't perfect, because you're not where you want to be, it's a sign you should just give up. They've told you that if you weren't born with a silver spoon, if you didn't have the connections, if you weren't handed opportunities on a silver platter, you're just destined to fail. You bought it hook, line, and sinker. They convinced you that your past, your current situation, your lack of resources is the reason you can't make it. And now you're sitting there, paralyzed, stuck, making excuses. You've told yourself, I don't have enough money. I don't have the right contacts. I wasn't born with the right advantages. These are just the same recycled lines they fed you so you wouldn't ever rise to your full potential. What if I told you that those excuses, those lies are just a way to keep you small? What if I told you they don't care about your circumstances because they never needed them in the first place? What if I told you that they're using your weaknesses against you, convincing you that these are legitimate reasons to stop moving forward? You think the successful people had it easier? No, they had to fight for everything. They had to claw their way to the top, with no map, no handouts, no guarantees. You think they were lucky? You think they didn't face the same struggles you're facing? The difference is they didn't sit back and wait for someone to hand them the world. They created their own path. They didn't let their circumstances define them. Every time you look in the mirror and see someone who isn't where they want to be, you're looking at a person who bought into these lies. You've convinced yourself that everything around you has to change before you can. And that's the trap. It's the illusion that holds you back. The belief that you need something more. That you need more time, more money, more connections, more knowledge. They've sold you the fantasy that there's a perfect moment waiting for you. That if you just sit back and wait long enough, it will all fall into place. Well, let me tell you something. There is no perfect moment. The moment you're waiting for will never come. It's a mirage. You're waiting for the world to change, but the world isn't going to change until you do. Your opportunity is here, right now. The only thing stopping you from seizing it is your inability to stop making excuses. Let's talk about your comfort zone. You've built a house there. You've made it your safe space. But let me make something clear. Your comfort zone is a prison. You've locked yourself in it. You've made it your reality because it feels good. It feels safe. It feels easy. But every second you spend there, you're rotting away. You're dying in that comfort. Because the truth is this. Nothing grows in comfort. Nothing thrives in a place where nothing is challenging you. Nothing is forcing you to evolve. You've got to break the walls of that prison. You've got to get uncomfortable. And that's exactly what the lie you believe has stopped you from doing. You tell yourself, it's too hard. I'll start tomorrow. I'm not ready yet. You think these are valid reasons to hold off, to let the world pass you by. These are not reasons. These are excuses. They're ways to avoid the truth. They're the tools you've been using to delay your success, to avoid the pain of effort, to avoid the risk of failure. But here's the harsh reality. If you don't get uncomfortable, if you don't make yourself uncomfortable, then you're already dead. You're dead in every way that matters. Look around. Everything that exists today was created by someone who got uncomfortable. Every breakthrough, every success story, every empire, every victory was built by someone who was willing to get out of their comfort zone and face the truth head on. And you sitting there letting the world pass you by are allowing the lie to control you. You're allowing the lie to make decisions for you. And that's the worst kind of weakness. The lie isn't just about believing that you can't do it. It's about convincing yourself that the process is more painful than the consequences of staying where you are. You think it's going to be easier to stay where you are, in your little bubble, avoiding pain, avoiding challenges. But you're wrong. Staying where you are is the most painful thing you can do. It's a slow death. It's worse than any temporary struggle you might face while fighting for what's yours. This is your wake-up call. The lie has taken hold of you for far too long, and if you continue to feed it, you'll die a slow, suffocating death in that comfort zone. And here's the truth they don't want you to know. That pain, that struggle, that discomfort is the only way you'll ever grow. The moment you break free from the lie, you'll realize that the things you thought were impossible were only illusions. Now you have a choice. Continue to believe the lies. Continue to live in denial. Continue to sit there paralyzed by fear, by excuses, by your own self-doubt. Or face the truth. The truth is that you are capable. You are strong. You have what it takes to create the life you want. The only thing standing in your way is the lie you've been told, and the lie you've chosen to believe. You are the only one who can break the chains. You are the only one who can break free. It's time to shatter the illusion, to burn those lies to the ground, and rise into the warrior you were always meant to be. This is the moment you stop listening to the lies. The moment you start telling yourself the truth, the moment everything changes. You've been lied to, manipulated, programmed to live a life that doesn't even belong to you. They wrapped chains around your dreams and called it realism. They silenced your fire and said, "Be practical." They beat the fight out of you with soft words and subtle fears. And now you're walking around like a ghost, alive but not living, breathing but not fighting. Let me rip the bandage off right now. No one is coming to save you. No mentor, no opportunity, no stroke of luck, no perfect timing, no hero, just you, naked in the storm with nothing but your will to claw through the darkness. You want the raw truth? Then brace yourself. You're the problem. You're the one who said, "Maybe later." You're the one who kept scrolling instead of building. You're the one who watched others rise while you fed your excuses. You're the one who made comfort your God, worshipped laziness like it was holy. And now you want the rewards without the war. You want to taste glory without bleeding for it. Wrong battlefield. This isn't a world of fairy tales. This is survival of the relentless. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you suffer for. You get what you bleed for. You get what you obsess over when everyone else is asleep. Let's break it down, no fluff. If you're broke, it's because you haven't built. If you're weak, it's because you haven't trained. If you're unknown, it's because you haven't screamed loud enough into the void to be heard. If your life is trash, it's because you let someone else write your script. Own it. Take the pain. Because once you own the pain, it becomes your weapon. The same scars you hide become armor when you stop being ashamed of them. Here's what they don't want to tell you. You're not tired. You're undisciplined. You're not unlucky. You're unfocused. You're not too late. You're too afraid. Fear is a liar, but more than that, it's a thief. It steals your potential in small doses. One delayed decision, one skipped opportunity, one ignored instinct at a time. And you keep letting it. But let me ask you this. What has fear ever built? Did fear build empires? Did fear win wars? Did fear raise legends from dust? No. Pain did. Sacrifice did. Obsession did. You think greatness comes from balance? No. Balance is for cowards who want a foot in the war but a pillow in the bed. You want to change your life? Then burn the damn pillow. Sleep with discomfort. Let hunger be your lullaby. Here's the raw formula. You sacrifice sleep to chase something bigger. You bleed through every setback and don't whine. You take humiliation and wear it like war paint. You lose friends, relationships, comfort, and still don't quit. Because if you're not willing to lose anything, you'll never gain everything. You can't rise while you're clinging to dead weight. That safe job you hate, cut it. That toxic circle of friends, burn it. That soft, entitled voice in your head that says, "Be realistic," kill it. Right now. You weren't made to be ordinary. You weren't made to sit on the sidelines while history gets written by those who refuse to wait. You were made for war. You were made to dominate. You were made to break cycles and bury excuses. But you've let society tame you, polish your rage into politeness, file down your claws into compliance. Well, I'm here to tell you, unleash yourself. You think being nice will change your life? You think being quiet will open doors? You think being grateful while being miserable is noble. That's not humility. That's submission. And submission is the language of the defeated. Here's the truth no one wants to hear. You don't rise by being liked. You rise by being feared. You don't lead by fitting in. You lead by standing alone. You don't win by waiting. You win by taking. And if you're not willing to take what's yours, someone else will. There are wolves out there hunting what you want, working while you're resting, plotting while you're procrastinating. They will take your dreams and wear them like trophies because you hesitated. You blinked. You chose peace when it was time for war. Get this through your head. Pain is the price of purpose. Every second you delay, you feed weakness. Every second you doubt, you lose ground. Every second you spend negotiating with your own laziness, you're handing power to the enemy. This world doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your potential. It doesn't care how hard it's been. You either rise or you rot. You either become something unshakable or you get swallowed whole. No more waiting. No more hoping. No more soft mornings and safe nights. You want to change your life? Bleed for it. You want respect? Earn it with your fists, not your wishes. You want freedom? Tear the chains off with your teeth. You were built for chaos. You were built to grind. You were built to rise through hell with a smile on your face and fire in your eyes. But you've got to stop lying to yourself. Stop coddling your weaknesses. Stop asking the world to go easy on you. The world won't change for you. You have to become a monster the world can't ignore. This is your truth. No one is coming. You are the storm. You are the reckoning. You are the one they'll regret ever underestimating. So stop hiding. Stop crying, stop explaining, and start becoming. Because the world won't wait. And your enemies sure as hell won't either. They're watching, they're laughing, and they have no idea that the beast they thought was broken is about to wake up. Let's talk about the price of staying weak. Let's talk about what happens when you let fear lead. Let's talk about what your life actually becomes when you choose silence instead of war, comfort instead of struggle, excuses instead of evolution. You think staying in your shell will protect you? You think playing it safe is the answer? You think not trying is better than failing? Wrong. Dead wrong. Because weakness isn't peace. It's a slow, venomous death. It's the poison you drink every day when you back down. It's the nightmare you live wide awake when you abandon your power. You don't feel it at first. You feel numb. You tell yourself, I'm fine. You fake a smile. Pretend you're okay with a life that's eating you alive from the inside out. But then it starts. It starts with regret. That itch in your gut you can't scratch. The one that whispers, you could have done more. You were meant for more. Then comes the anger, not at others, at yourself. Because deep down, you know you betrayed your own potential. You abandoned the battlefield. You surrendered without ever swinging. You don't get to escape the consequences. You either suffer in the gym or you suffer in your health. You either suffer chasing your mission or you suffer drowning in purposelessness. You either suffer rising or suffer rotting. You choose your pain. And the pain of weakness is cruel. It's not loud like war. It's quiet. It creeps in. It takes your joy. It drains your soul. It makes you a ghost in your own life. You'll watch others rise, People with less talent, less brains, less resources, and you'll sit there, paralyzed by your own choices. You'll lie in bed with anxiety because you know the world moved on and you stood still. You let time march past you while you told yourself you were waiting for the right moment. And while you waited, someone else took your place. Let me break it down even more brutally. You don't push yourself in your 20s. Say hello to a 40-year-old version of you still begging the world to notice him. You don't build something in your youth. Watch your kids grow up watching a man with regret in his eyes. You don't fight for your vision. Someone else's vision will own your life, your hours, your blood. You will clock in to build their dreams. You will beg for raises. You will chase distractions just to feel alive again. Because deep inside your soul knows you didn't go all in. You chose survival over domination. That's the cruelest part of weakness. It doesn't hit you instantly. It waits. It lets you get comfortable. Then it strikes when you're soft, when you've got a family, when it's too late to start over. You think that 9-to-5 cage will keep you safe forever. You think living paycheck to paycheck is being responsible. No, it's being owned. Owned by your boss. Owned by your fear. Owned by your past. Because the truth is, comfort is slavery dressed up in soft sheets and Netflix. It numbs you just enough so you don't scream. Just enough so you don't wake up. Just enough to keep you from breaking free. But here's the kicker. Life doesn't stop just because you gave up. The bills still come. The storms still hit. The clock keeps ticking. And the older you get, the heavier that silence becomes. And one day you'll wake up and realize you lost. Not to the world, not to some enemy, but to yourself. You became the villain in your own story, the one who watched the hero inside you die quietly. That's the consequence of weakness. It doesn't just hurt you. It kills everything connected to you. Your family suffers, your kids suffer, your legacy dies before it's born. You want your kids to grow up and say, "My father was strong," then stop hiding. You want your enemies to choke on regret, then give them a version of you that makes their knees shake. You want to be free? Then understand this. Freedom is the reward of the violent, the obsessed, the relentless. If you stay soft, you die soft. And soft men build hard lives. You are not allowed to quit. You are not allowed to fold. You are not allowed to watch this life pass by and say, "I wish I had." Because every second you sit in weakness, the chains wrap tighter. And one day there won't be a key. You either harden or you shatter. And here's the truth that rips most people apart. You have no one to blame. No one. Not your parents. Not society. Not the system. Not the economy. Not your education. Only you. Because everything they tried to use to break you could have been used to build you. Every setback was a sharpened sword if you had the guts to grab it. So let me ask you right now, are you okay with living like this? Are you okay with dying forgotten? Are you okay with being could have been? Are you okay with having strength you never used, fire you never lit, power you never unleashed? Because that's what happens when you let weakness run your life. You don't just die once, you die every day, little by little, choice by choice, until your story becomes nothing more than a cautionary tale of wasted potential. But it doesn't have to end like that. Not if you rage back, not if you break the cycle. Not if you burn the old self down and rise like a savage from your own ashes. They don't get to win. The system doesn't get to win. The fear doesn't get to win. Not unless you let it. So stop feeding your failure with softness. Stop making deals with your demons. And start fighting like your soul's on the line. Because it is. You've felt the fire. You've tasted the truth. You've stared into the eyes of everything that's kept you on your knees, and now it ends. This is the turn. This is the break. This is the rise. You want rebirth? Then something has to die. You want a new name? Then burn the old one. You want respect? Then earn it in blood, in sweat, in sacrifice. Because no one's handing it to you. No one's saving you. No one's coming. You are the damn cavalry. You are the storm now. You are the sword that's been waiting in the shadows too long, rusted by doubt, dulled by excuses. But now, you sharpen. You want to know what transformation looks like? It's not a sunrise. It's an explosion. It's not calm. It's chaos with a purpose. It's not about waiting for motivation. It's about summoning rage and building discipline out of the bones of your failures. You want to change your life? Then go to war with the parts of you that kept it small. That lazy version of you. Drag him to the edge and throw him off the cliff. That insecure version of you. Tie him to every lie they told you and burn them both. That scared, quiet, obedient version of you. Step on his throat. Take his power. Reclaim your crown. This is the moment where you stop asking and start taking. Take your power back. Take your time back. Take your destiny back. Because it was never theirs. It was always yours. You just forgot how to fight for it. But not anymore. From now on, every step you take is war. Every breath you take is vengeance. Every rep in the gym, every second at work, every word you write, every call you make, it's all part of the mission. And the mission is simple: dominate or disappear. You're not building a better version of you. You're building a beast, a force, a nightmare to those who ever doubted you. A walking reminder that pain didn't kill you, it forged you. The weak man didn't survive the fire, the warrior walked out of it. So now you move like one. You train like one. You speak like one. You live like one. And when they look into your eyes, they won't see that soft apologetic shell. They'll see the monster, the hunter, the version of you that doesn't negotiate with fear. The one that doesn't cry over comfort lost. The one that doesn't bow to critics, cowards, or chaos. Because you've been broken. You've been laughed at. You've been overlooked. And that's exactly what makes you dangerous. You didn't grow in peace. You grew in the fire. You weren't made in celebration. You were made in war. And now they'll feel it. Every move you make will be calculated violence. Every day you rise earlier, train harder, think sharper. You're sending a message. I am not the man you thought I was. I am not the one you left behind. I am not prey anymore. I am predator. And no, you don't need their permission. You don't need their acceptance. You don't even need their respect. You'll take all three, force-fed to them with the back of your hustle, with the sharp edge of your execution, with the thunder of your comeback. Let this be the beginning of your warpath. Get obsessed with improvement. Study like your future depends on it because it does. Train like your survival depends on it because it does. Speak like your words can raise the dead because they can. No more maybe, no more someday, no more waiting for the universe to align. You are the alignment. You are the earthquake. You are the reckoning. And if the world won't give you a seat at the table, flip the damn table over and build your own throne from the wreckage. No more asking for validation. No more soft steps. No more hiding your greatness behind fake humility. From now on, you speak loud. You move hard. You act relentless. They will remember your name, not because you were nice, not because you were humble, but because you were unstoppable. And when the doubters ask, "When did you change?" you tell them, "The day I realized being soft was more dangerous than being feared. The day I got tired of dying in silence. The day I'd buried the old me and became the storm, so rise. Not like the sun, but like a savage from the ashes. Like a wolf who remembers every insult. Like a king who never forgot he was exiled. Like a warrior who's coming back for everything. This isn't about proving them wrong. This is about proving yourself right. So suit up, level up, and tear the damn ceiling down. You've been silent long enough. You've been scared long enough. You've been normal long enough. Now be legendary.